absolutely. I mean, the reason I put these guys forward to you initially, if you remember, is I was co-hosting the show at the back end of last year, and I played a gig the night before.
Right.
With these guys, Echoes in Red and Severance, and it was a real. It was one of those gigs. I mean, one of the best things about being in a band is you get to see other really cool bands. And it was one of those nights where it was just like, oh my god, this is such a good lineup. And it was for a festival warm-up, Sussex Music Festival. It's coming up in July, and hopefully we'll get on it, but hopefully all the bands will get on it. But yeah, this showcase night was amazing. And what fascinated me about these guys is there's only 3 of them, and the bass player has 2 amps. He's got a guitar amp, I think, and a bass amp, and some sort of wiring thing, and some pedals and technical stuff that I don't really know about. I just hit strings, and it was just this massive sound, and we were all blown away. Like, we couldn't believe 3 people could fill, this kind of, I don't know what it was, 150, 200 cap venue. They just filled it with sound, and it was amazing, man. It was really cool. And every time I listen to a track of that EP, I'm like, oh, that was such a good night.
Right on.
I can see how that would happen. I mean, those guys, they definitely do seem to create their own wall of sound, I will say. I really enjoyed their guitar and bass sound. It was definitely killer. I was listening to it, and I absolutely loved the delays and the reverbs. It was a really good palette of sound. I really enjoyed it. I could probably listen to that over and over again. It was a good tune all around.
Absolutely. Can I just say, actually, we should rename the show Baseline Birthday.
Well,
that could definitely be the subtitle for the show today. I will say.
Yeah, we'll hashtag it Baseline Birthday.
It's a banging bass.
Yeah. Right on. So next up, we have a band called Space Face. This one's called In the Clouds. Dig this. Space Face, In the Clouds. Just before I give you my opinion of the song, let's everybody start so we can get this trending. So any song we play in NMS tonight, hashtag it, besides NMS, hashtag it baseline birthday. We'll see if we can get this trending or not. So Space Face, in the Clouds, a really cool song because it started off with it sounded like old school 60s, old school Beatles actually, like really old school John Lennon like vocals, and it was really cool. Like I love the tripped out sound to it and just the old school feel to it. Like, it really, really kind of stood out to me. I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Do you know, I'm going to say something now that might put people off of me generally as a person, but I don't really like the Beatles. I've never got on with the Beatles. It's just a thing that I have. People have tried to convince me and they've played me albums and songs. It's just not my thing. If the Beatles sounded like this, I'd love them because this was brilliant, and this for me encapsulates that 60s vibe. This is what the Beatles could have been. That's quite a big claim, and I hope the band takes that, uses it as a quote and puts it on all their marketing. But honestly, that was really, really good, and I could instantly go, I bet someone's going to say it's a bit like the Beatles, and that was the first thing you said. But I just don't like the Beatles. But I love that. That's really cool. That's a really good tune. So,
yeah, I actually, it's funny. Brian said the same thing. I mean, I actually, as soon as I heard it, I was like, whoa, this is like, I got a Beatles vibe from it, and I was like, but it's a lot more modern. It's like if the Beatles had like today's stuff, this is the kind of stuff that they would make,
right? And
it would definitely probably be right in every in Mike's iTunes library instantly. I can imagine. Yeah, I definitely got the same vibe, and I just think that it felt like an updated version of that stuff, and I was into it. I thought it was definitely unique. It was progressive. I thought it was cool. I mean, that's the beauty of shows like this, is that you get three guys and you get a bunch of different music, and everybody hears different things, and there's probably somebody out there that's saying, I actually never thought about that. I got to check these guys out, and I got to check out the Beatles, or I got to check out this and see what they're talking about. So it's definitely it's a cool vibe, and I was into it.
Right on. So next up we have a band called Crumb Snatchers, and his one's called Reckless Breakfast. Dig this. Crumb Snatchers with Reckless Breakfast. Like, what a cool song that was. I mean, it just like kind of a little bit of old school punk in there with kind of almost kind of some new age pop. It was just a really cool song. Like, I love the vocals, how he's altered them so much, kind of up and down, you know, and it's all over the place. Mike?
Yeah.
Or
Oh, hello, sorry.
it's all you, buddy.
Slightly there. Goddamn Skype. Yeah, no, I loved. What I really like. There's two things I really like about that. One that I'll love forever, which is the fact that it had a bass break and it's based on my birthday. But the other thing I really like about that is in the chorus, his vocal just goes into this nutty punk, and then in the verse, it's actually quite subdued and kind of goes along with it. And it's one of those. You know what? I'm sitting here in Brighton in the UK. It's coming up to 2 o'clock in the morning, and I hope that everyone in the UK is listening to this and dancing around their living room or bedroom or office or wherever they are in the same way that I was just like nodding along and shaking my arms just now, because that's proper, that's proper good. I wish I could write a song like that, you know. Brilliant. Great title as well.
I freaking love that song. I thought it was so awesome, and I really wish that somebody who's an alarm clock company would market that as their alarm ringtone, because that would instantly give new meaning to everybody who hates a Monday, because everybody would love a Monday with an alarm like that. I mean, it was so awesome. It had such a good vibe to it, and I absolutely loved the vocals, how they just went from like, you know, like subdued to screamo to back to just normal yelling, and it was very punky, but it was very original. It had such a good flavor to it. I absolutely loved it. It was I don't even know how to describe, like, if I could. It was just awesome. It really was fantastic. And as soon as I heard it, I knew that I would be in love with it. And as soon I was amazed by it. Great stuff.
Right on. So just before we get to our next song, our stats right now, we have 40 people singing live. 59% are in the UK. We have 20% in the US, 17% in Canada, 4% in Mexico, 2% in Germany, and 1% in Italy.
Come on, Italy.
So there you go. That's what's happening right now. So everybody's listening, guys. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. Let's get to our next tune here. This one's by a guy called Foreign Technology. One's called Flyby. Dig this.